It's 20 minutes before the hour. If your marriage could use a little help, maybe you're trying too hard to be passionate. Could be you're telling the truth too much. Or at least that's what psychiatrist William Nagler says in his new book, The Dirty Half Dozen. And Dr. William Nagler joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Working as a psychiatrist.
Yes.
All of those things that you'd worked on all those years, you woke up one day and said truth and honesty and forthrightness, that's all wrong in a marriage?
Out the window. My own relationship had moved from, oh boy, I'm going to get laid, to, oh no, I got to get laid. Lisa and I fell apart through over-communication. What I believe in is successful long-term relationships. And it turns out the key to successful relationships is selective communication.
All right.
Total honesty requires infinite tact. Neither is this. Got to lie like hell.
All right, we've got six things, this dirty half dozen. I want to go through them one at a time. Don't keep romance alive. Why not?
You can't. You never could. Those first 3 weeks when you're all over each other, you kiss for 30 minutes, that's going to fade over time, and there's nothing you can do to bring back the sparkle, romance, or passion.
Not even a dozen roses?
No, we did that. We'd take off in the middle afternoon to make love.
Right.
It turns out the bonding brings the couples together. It lasts for about 3 months in people.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
What about don't fight fair? I don't, now see this one, this is one of those honesty sorts of things, though.
Except most fights, 95% of fights in a relationship can be avoided. If one of you can stop being crazy long enough to say, do I really want to fight about this? Is this worth going to the mat for?
But you're a psychiatrist.
Yes.
You know this, that people come in after 30 years of marriage and it built up and built up and built up over all those years because people weren't honest in the first place on some of the little stuff.
Exactly, because the most important thing you can do to keep a relationship together is pay attention to the little stuff. It's the toenails behind the couch, the toilet seat left up, the cap off the toothpaste. It's the unsaid I love yous and thank yous that destroys more relationships than anything else.
All right, you say don't tell the truth?
Absolutely not. Relationships are not about letting it all hang out. Most people do it terribly wrong, too. They come home and the husband tells the truth.
Yeah.
I've had a terrible day. I spent coffee on my suit.
Right.
The appropriate thing to say is, hi, it's nice to see you. That's not telling the truth.
Yeah. Don't talk about everything. That's about the same
That's the over-communicative age.
Yeah.
The worst thing that Ann and I can do is to talk about abortion. We violently disagree. She's an attorney, I'm a psychiatrist. The more we talk about it, I'm convinced she needs to go to a mental hospital. She wants to put me in jail.
Yeah. You also say don't let go of the money. That's share everything?
Never. 50% of the battles in relationships are about sex. The other 50% are about money. The sex we can get into. The money's very easy to figure out. People are the world's worst sharers. Take all the money, put it into one pot, pay your fixed expenses off the top.
Yeah.
Take the rest, divide it into 2 pots. It's no longer our money, it's my money. That way she doesn't resent our new powerboat, he doesn't resent our new bedroom set.
Now this one is interesting. Don't worry about what you think is important.
This is the most important thing to keep relationships alive over the long term. A relationship will survive the loss of a child. It will not survive the unsaid, gosh, you look pretty today. Thanks so much for picking up the kids at school. It's the little things over time that destroy relationships. Successful long-term relationships are built on tension reduction. You run out of material. You can't constantly entertain and make things fun for your partner. After a while, she's heard every joke. She's seen every line. There's nothing new you can do. What you can do is create an environment like you were 3, a child, and playing with your pets.
So much of this revolves around trust.
Yes.
Though. And isn't it important for there to be some real fundamental trust? If you're going to spend the rest of life with somebody, don't you really need to trust that person?
Totally and completely, but with selective communication and selective omission. Why and what are the best examples? Get rid of the...
So you're having an affair, you're not going to tell your wife about it?
Definitely not. Don't have an affair. It's a great way to catch a loathsome disease nowadays.
All right. Well, you shouldn't in the first place, but you should also be dishonest about it then?
The reason your spouse wants to know is so that she can either kill you, dump you, or make you suffer. Relationships are breaking up all over the country for the wrong reasons. People are looking for that magic passion to come back.
Interesting.
And it can't.
Dr. William Nagler, thanks for joining us this morning. Do appreciate it. It's 15 minutes until the hour. Next, hot fashions, hot ads. We're going to talk to Calvin Klein.
This morning's health segment was sponsored by NutraSweet. celebrating 10 years of making the world a better place to eat.